Back from the dead. Back from the dead.
Hello everyone, I'm Kehaan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a mod pack for Stardew Valley on CurseForge. This guide will show you how to create the mod pack, add mods to it, change config files, upload the mod pack and release it, and also create updates to the mod pack. Down in the description on the video you see timestamps that show you each part of the video, so you can easily click around to the part you want. Or if you later want to rewatch a part, it is easy to go to the part you need. On the CurseForge page for the mod pack, I have also included links to the different software, etc. I have used. The video will also be added to this page, and also future videos. The link to this page can be found in the video description. But now let's begin the guide. Let's first begin with some of the software I recommend to install. Either you need 7-zip or WinRAR. 7-zip is free and it's useful to unzipping files. I also recommend a photo editor. You can use paint.net, which is free. You need this for the logo for the mod pack. I also recommend that you use a text editor. I use Sublime Text, which you can download. This is useful for editing configs, but also writing scripts. If you decide to install Sublime Text, then I recommend that you click on Ctrl-Shift-P to install a package. You then write a pack and select package control, install package. Then you should see this, then write send script, click on it, and you'll see this if you installed it correctly. This adds some features for script creation. I use it a lot for Minecraft, but I have added it to this guide too. Now let's begin with installing the Stardew Valley and the launcher. First I installed Stardew Valley. I just installed the game on Steam as I use the Steam version. If you already have the game installed, you don't need to do this part. Now to download the launcher, only do this if you don't already have it. Then you go to this link and click on download on the Overwolf, run the file. You see this and click next. I accept and then next. Next. Accept and install. And then wait. Now you should see this, so click launch. And now click next. 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 And get started. Now you should see this. If it have already found Stardew Valley, if it's installed, you should see the Stardew Valley icon. If you don't see it, then you may need to click on these 3 dots and then click scan computer for games. And then click on the drive you want to search and then click scan. And that's just find the game. As you can see, this is my mods and my mod packs, and it means that it have found the game. But to test, click on browse mod packs and then click browse and select a mod pack you want to install. I in this install my mod packs with this Morning Dew and Do More Farming. Once they are installed, you should see them in my mod packs, and then you click in play to see if they run. Now let's begin by creating a mod pack. Go to the screen and click on the plus sign that is written create. Now give the mod pack a name. Usually you can't use the game's name in the name of the mod pack, but I have got permission to do this. So write the name and then click create. And now you should see this, which is the mod pack you have made. You can click on profile options and then you can edit the name of the pack if you want to do that. There's also this export profile, which will you talk about later. Now let's add some mods to a mod pack. So open the mod pack and then click add content. And now you see all the mods on CurseForge. You can click on the game version and you then make sure that the version of the mod is the same as the Modpack, the newest version of Stardew Valley. So in this case it is 1.6.8. As the newest version of the game is 1.6.8, you won't be able to use 1.5.6 mods and lower. So it will need to be 1.6. You can also sort the mods. You can, like if you click on the latest button, it will sort off the latest mods and updates. And there's this filter where you can select which game version it should only show. You can also filter it by a theme if you want to do that. Now let's install our first mod. I'm going with the generic mod config menu, which is useful, and I highly recommend that you add this. It lets you in-game change the configs or the settings of a mod. It mentions 1.6, but let's first click on it. Here you can see how to install it. You just need to install the latest version of SMAPI. You don't need this, that does the launcher. And then you need to unzip it, etc. So you don't really have to do anything. Sometimes it's written if you have to install another mod for the mod to work, but you don't have to in this case. And we'll more talk about this in a later part of what you need to do if that is required. So now let's just click the install button and it'll have installed the mod to the Modpack. I also recommend look up anything mod, which is the same. So just go back and then click install. Now if you click the cross button on the top and go back to main page of the Modpack, you can see that the two mods is now added. There's the generic mod config menu and the look up anything. Now click play to test them. This you should now load up. This is a console and you'll need to use this a lot. As you can see, it's written that it's loaded two mods, which we also added. They loaded the generic mod config menu and they look up anything. And there's no arrows besides a Steam achievements mod, which we can ignore. This console will also tell you if there's a issue with a mod. Now let's see, it says that it is running with two mods, so let's just in case to test the mods. So I'm just creating a game quickly. I'm usually skipping the intro and then just selecting a random farm. I usually test the world every time I add some mods, or also if I update some mods. To see them work in game, there's this, you can go to options, and then you can see mod options, and then we have the options for the mods. And because of the generic mod config mod, we are able to change settings in game. Now we are testing the look up anything mod, and it also seems to work. We can see the keybind, what it was in game. And it seems that it's all working. So let's quit the pack again. Now I want to show how to add mods to the Modpack that requires other mods, and to read the console to check for warnings. First let's add a mod. I'm going with the SH Wild Animals. So I'm installing it. This is a mod that adds a lot of random animals to the world. It is now installed custom companions, which is needs. So let's launch the pack. As you can see here, there's a warning that is skipped mods. That's because, as it writes, that it requires mods that aren't installed. In this case, it is a content patcher. So the mod won't work until we install Content Patcher 2. And it not loading all mods, as you can see. So now let's add content, then adding Content Patcher. And now let's try again. As you can see now, there's no warnings, and that it is now loading all the mods that we added, because we added a Content Patcher, which was required. So I really recommend that you, of course, see in the descriptions of every mod, as it usually write what other mods is needed, and then for sure every time you add a mod and launch the pack, then check the console and see if there's any warnings, as it will give a warning if it is missing something. Now let's add mods that is not on CurseForge. Let's first add a mod on that is on CurseForge. In this case, I'm going with the bigger backpack. As you can see, it requires a mod that is called the Shadow Hack. First I install the mod. I of course check that the mod is launching. And as you can see, it won't load because it required, as I also said in the description, Stardew hack. So now let's check if Stardew hack is on the launcher. And as you can see, this mod is not on it, which means we can't add a bigger backpack. But let's click on this the mod. As you can see, it is opening a Nexus mods page. To check if we can add it to the modpack on CurseForge, we first have to check the permissions and credits. And as you can see here, anyone can distribute the mod. So in this case, we can add the mod to our modpack and release it also on CurseForge. So I'm now downloading the mod. You should now see this zip file. This is the mod. Now we need to add it to the modpack. First go to the modpack and click on these 3 dots. Click on open folder. Open the mods folder. And then drag and drop the Stardew hack mod from the zip file over to the folder. And now you have added it. You can only add it if it's a mod that allows the distribution. Now click play. As you can see now, there's no warnings and it is loading the mod. There's only a Steam achievement warning which we can ignore. So this is how you can add mods that is not on CurseForge to your modpack, if it allows to be distributed. There's a lot of other great mods that is not on CurseForge, but we can't always add them to a modpack that we also want to distribute on CurseForge. You will always on Nexus check if the mod allows distribution. Now let's try and install Downtown Susu, which is an expanded mod for Stardew Valley. Let's, as we did before, check that it's run. In this case, it requires a lot of mods that we have not added. Let's first check Space Core, which is a mod on the launcher, so that we could add. But the issue here is that there's a lot of other mods, like a farm type manager and mail framework, which is not on CurseForge, and those mods is also not allowing a distribution to other launchers. So in this case, we won't be able to add the mod because we can't distribute the other mods that is needed. As you can see here, this mod does not allow upload permission, so we can't do this. So in this case, I'm deleting the mod again, as we can't add it and distribute it. As if we exported it, it will get denied, because we don't have permission to distribute the mods that is required. CurseForge will also have a spreadsheet, which I'll link in the description, which you can check. Here they have also linked mods to both Stardew Valley and Minecraft that they have permission for. In this case, the mod Infinite Zoom can be added to the mod pack, and you are also allowed to distribute the mod pack if you add it. And this mod only need SM API, so you could add it as we did before, with downloading the mod and then opening the zip file and opening a folder and then drag and drop the mod over to the mod pack. Now let's begin editing configs and the settings in the mods we add. This is a way to customize your mod pack and make it different than just randomly putting some mods together. So you can in this way make it more unique. In this case, I use Sublime Text, as I really like that editor. I click on File, Open Folder, and then I find the location of the Stardew Valley mod pack. I open the folder. You will find the location like this by opening folder and then copy and paste like this. And write that into the open folder on Sublime Text like this. Paste it in select it like this, and then click jokes folder. And you should now see this in this case. As you can see here, you can see the settings for many of the mods. In this case, for look up anything mod, I want to change the keybind use to use the button lookup. In this case, it's F1. But if I write Q and save it, I should be able to press Q in game instead, and then it will look up anything. But let's check in game. And now, if it has saved the config correctly, you can now press Q when you point over an item. You can also go in options, and then mod options, and then look up anything. And then you could change the settings there too sometimes. But it's not always all the settings you can change. In this case, you can see if it saves this and click save, then it should also update the config file automatic. So you can edit them both ways. Now it's time to set up the project on the author page. So go on to authors.curseforge.com or the link down in the description. You of course have to have a user on CurseForge. Now click on Start Project and select Stardew Valley. Now give the project a name. I'm just calling it I created a Stardew Valley Modpack. Usually you can't use the game's name on the project too, but in this case I've got the permission to do that. We also need a logo, so be sure to upload one. I've got this one made, and I've also double checked that it is in 400 times 400 resolution, as that's the one I usually use. Once you have a logo, upload it. You need to give a short summary of the modpack. So write what's most important in it, and text that should be used to catch the player's eyes, so they want to check out the modpack. Now select the class. In this case it is a modpack, so I select modpacks. Now it's time to select a category. In this case I'm just selecting quality of life. You can also click on allow comments, but I usually don't do this. Now it's time to write the text. This is the description of the modpack. Right now I'm just writing a short text, but we will need to go back to this in the next part. But now I'm clicking next, and then we're going to select a license. I'm going with all rights reserved, and then I'm usually going with the allow distribution to third parties. And then click create. You should now have your project on CurseForge. This is not public yet, and we are still needing to upload files, change descriptions, and adding screenshots and more. Now let's make sure that players can open issues on the launcher. This is for reporting bugs. So click on the button issues. Now select internal, and then click save. Then go back to project overview, and then you can select that, check that it works. And if you click issues here, a user can press a new issue, and then open the issue. Now let's add some screenshots. I have taken some screenshots in game. So click on open the project and click images, and click upload images. And then find the location to have your screenshot at, and then select them. I usually also upload the pack art as an image. You can also drag and drop the screenshots, and then it should upload them. Now for each one, open it, and then give it a title. And then explain in the description of each image what it is about. Once that's done, click apply, and then go to the next one. I usually take a screenshot of every mod that is in the pack and then explain it. So now that's done, I have given each screenshot a title and a description. Now you can feature some of these images, so it will be shown as on a gallery. So try and feature a few of these screenshots like this by opening it and then selecting the star, and then click apply. Now let's continue writing a better description for the modpack. So click on description, and as you can see here I have created a much longer description. I'm usually writing a longer text in the first part, and then also writing a list of some of the main features in the modpack. I'm also making a part in the description for additional credits for mods that is not on CurseForge. So in this case, I added the Stardew hack, which was not on CurseForge. So I'm adding that to this list. I also recommend adding some of your social media. In this case, if you add a link, mark the text and then click on this button, and then add the URL, the website link, and then click save. As you can see, it will then add a link that the producer can click on. I'm also adding my social media links, which I also recommend doing. Also, it is recommended to add some screenshots to the project page. To do this, go to the images and select the screenshot you want to add to the description. So open it, right click it, and then select copy the picture's web address. And then go back to the description. In this case, I want the screenshots here. So click on Insert Image button. Then right click and paste what you copied earlier. And then click Save. And you should now see the screenshot added. I usually add a few screenshots to the description. If you go to the project page to check it out, how it looks, you will see this gallery, because we added a gallery with featuring the images. You can also check the description, and you're going to see we added a screenshot to the page. You can also check if the links work, etc. If you click on images, you can also see the images we uploaded. In this case, I want a link that goes to the other screenshots we have uploaded. So I have copied the images link and go back to description, mark the screenshots text, then click on this URL button, link button, paste the link in, and click save. And now there's a link. You can go back and then check by refreshing the site. And now once you click on screenshots, it should go back to this page. Now it is time to release the modpack. In this case, export the modpack we made and then upload it to CurseForge for them to check if everything is done correctly. To do this, open the modpack. I have added some more mods to it, and I'm now ready. So let's click on the three dots, click on Export Profile, give it a version number. In this case, I'm going with 1.0.0. As you can see, we added some mods that is not on CurseForge, but as we also know, we have there's a permission to upload them as license allow it. So this should be okay. Else, if you have added something that you do not have permission for, you will get your project denied. In this case, I know I have permission. I've also written it in the description, etc. So I'm clicking export. It should now pop up a window, and then you should see that export file. This is a file you need to upload to CurseForge. So now let's go to the author page again, and then click on Files, Add File, choose the file, and find the location of it, and then select it. Now there's two release options. There's publish this file automatically once approved, which means once CurseForge have approved the file, it will go publicly automatic. There's also I would like to publish this file manually once approved, which I usually use, as I can control once CurseForge is happy with the file, then I can choose the time and place to when I want the file released. Now select the game version. In this case, it is the newest Stardew Valley, so 1.6.8. Next, you're going to select the type here, the release type. I'm going with release, and then clicking upload file. Now it is time to wait. As you can see, there's a status, which is processing. There's also a place where you can edit the file and delete the file. But now we have to wait for the status. This can take hours or even days. As you can see here, the status is now updated and it is a pending release. Because we elected the option to manually release the pack, there's now this publish file button. So once I click this, the modpack goes out. And as you can see here, the status is approved and the modpack can now be found on the launcher. However, sometimes a modpack can also be denied. In this case, you can see this in the status called changes required. If we open the project, we can see that You should, on the CurseForge on the project, see a notification where it writes what you need to do before it can be approved. In this case, there will be written what I need to do before before the project is released. You should see here up at the bell button a notification where the moderation team have written what you need to do or change for it before it can be approved. Sometimes it could be the description that's not enough, or maybe you have by mistake uploaded or used a mod that is not on CurseForge and that does not allow a distribution. If you get a notification that changes is required. And as you can see here, we can now find the modpack on the launcher. Now it is time to make an update to the modpack. Maybe you got some bugs that was reported, or maybe you just want to update a few mods. Usually I install the modpack completely again. So in this case I click on browse and then install the modpack that we released. I usually do this before I begin a new update, so I know I have the newest version and it's completely fresh. As you can see here in the console, in this case, it is written that there's a new updates to some of the mods. There's for content patcher and look up anything. To be able to make modifications to a modpack, you need to right click it and then click profile options. And then click allow content management and click done. Now you're able to add the remove update mods. Now I'm updating the 2 mods. You can also, of course, add new mods to the modpack, etc. You can also change the config files. Usually, if I update a mod, I make sure that the config is the same as it was in the previous update. In this case, I want to edit the price of the bigger backpack, so I go into the config file and then change the price of it, save it, and then click play. Now you can see there's no warnings or notifications that there's updates to the mods, as we have already updated them. So I recommend that you, of course, start the modpack and maybe test it out and make sure that it all works. Now once you are done, click on export and then give it a new version number. It needs to be higher than the previous one. So as the first one was 1.0.0, as you can see here, I'm going with the 1.0.1. Click on export, select the location for it and save it. Now go to the Overture page, click on files, click on upload file. Now click on choose file and then find the export file. I'm again going with that I'll publish it manually. Make sure that it is the correct version of the game you have selected to. Now write a changelog. In this case I'm writing that I updated content patcher and updated lookup anything. Now click on upload file. And now it's time to wait again for CurseForge to approve the update. In this case again, it's now pending release. And as I select to manually do it, I'll click on this button to publish the update. You won't be able to update this development build you made. So I'm just double checking, and as you can see here, if you click versions, the new update is already on the launcher. I'm right now installing the previous one. As you can see here, the update is now out, and you can click on this change version and it will update the modpack. The user should now be able to see this update button if they already have the modpack. For testing, I really recommend the CJB Cheats menu mod and the CJB Item Spawner mod. It lets you use cheats to test features if you add some new mods, etc. And the CJB Item Spawner lets you spawn any items. So it's very useful for testing. I use these often, and then I just delete them before I release the update to the modpack. And well, that's about it. I hope you are able to use this guide to create and release Stardew Valley modpacks on CurseForge. I'm also going to hopefully soon make some more videos on how to make custom content for Stardew Valley 2 using content patcher. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.
Back from the dead. back from the dead.